Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the new bottled and bond offering from Old Fitzgerald. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Katie Joyce, Linda Modica, and Lenny Eckstein.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey-oh. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about this one today. It's been interesting so far. The early things I was getting on this, before it was out, they send press promotional photos and stuff like that. And people were, saying it's, ugly because they're comparing it to the other decanter series. And this has a unique bottle that's different and stuff like that. And people were talking about how ugly it was. Now, in the last couple of weeks, we've seen it released. And probably the exact same people are out losing their minds trying to get a bottle of it. So, this stuff is always interesting. We'll talk about this new release after the break, and we'll see what we think about it, and it should be fun. But for right now, though, McNew said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Yeah, so I know that people have good luck items, like clothing, a sock, whatever. Do you think an item of clothing can be bad luck? Like something inconvenient or terrible happens every time you try to wear this piece of clothing?
All right. Good luck, bad luck. So could something have bad luck?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems to be raining every time I have a rain jacket on. It's really weird.
It's not a coincidence at all.
I've got this is a weird one, and I never thought about it this way until you're saying it. I'm thinking about it. But I've got a t-shirt I like. It's good for travel because it dries fast, and I wear it on motorcycle rides. And I feel like when I'm cooking and I'm wearing that shirt, somehow grease always splatters on it, which annoys the fuck out of me because you can't wear it if it's got like spots all over it.
Right.
So It's been at least 4 times I've been like, fuck, take the shirt off and take whatever it is, not Tide, but Tide.
Spray and wash or something.
Yeah, spray it on there and the grease does come out, thankfully, but it doesn't fucking happen in any of my other shirts. It's only the one damn shirt.
So that's a bad luck shirt.
Bad luck shirt,
it kind of is. I've started to learn when I'm making an omelet in the morning, I stand way back. And it happened last time. Yeah, it still happened. So
it still got them. Okay.
Bad luck shirt. You're right, Mick.
Bad luck. Okay. All right, Linda. How about you?
So I don't have an item. I have like a feeling in my mind, and then if I tell somebody about it, and then it ends up happening. It's so weird.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So you can will things to happen.
Yeah, you just
can't will things to happen.
Well, I think that's what you're talking. Yeah.
I think I just get a feeling that something bad is going to happen, and then it happens, and I don't get it very often.
So you're playing the innocent victim, the bystander, when in reality it's probably your mind that's causing this shit to happen.
They make Marvel movies about people like you.
Yeah.
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 Maybe it is that.
Okay. Katie, how about you?
One shirt for a while, it was this green and white striped shirt, and the first 3 times I wore it, it did end up raining. But then I found myself, if rain was in the forecast, I was like, well, might as well put my rain shirt on. That helps me decide in the closet. I have found that if I buy like a cheap shirt somewhere, they're like, okay, that sucker will last forever. But if I buy like a nicer, like a splurge piece of clothing, it is almost guaranteed I'm going to rip on it. The dogs are going to jump on me. I'm going to like get oil. Like something is going to happen to it as soon as I get a shirt where I'm like, okay, it's a little bit of a splurge, but like this can last for such a long time. I mean, I've got shirts from when I was, oh gosh, I've got a 25-year-old t-shirt in my drawer right now that still fits me and I still wear it. Like, so the fact that there's no control over this, but it always seems like the more focus there is on like this, I want this piece of clothing to really last, it's going to get messed up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. McNew may cause me to rethink my whole life with her question, because I've never looked at things as being unlucky. I do look at lucky things, like if I win at cards, what am I wearing? Oh, I'm going to wear that next time because that's a lucky outfit. I've never looked at, hey, what I wore last night, I was terrible. It was the fault of that particular clothes. Maybe I need to look closer at that and then go that way. Like one time I got a pair of boxers, and I've been playing cards for, I don't know, since I was 16, and so 41 years I've been playing in a pretty regular card, multiple games actually. But one time I got this pair of boxers, was poker themed, and I won. And then for like in this card club I was in, we play monthly, I won like the next 13 months. I always had to wear that underwear because I felt like that was what was doing it. When it finally lost, I never looked at it as like, oh, they're unlucky now. I just didn't think about it anymore. I always had to wear it though when I was lucky. But when the luck ran out, it became just underwear. It wasn't unlucky underwear. It was just underwear.
No.
You went and washed it.
Yeah. And then I washed it. Yeah. I was like, okay.
Did it get thrown in the trash can next hotel trip?
Yeah, it's in Key West, and if someone can find my old boxers, they're in Key West, wherever they take their dump there. So yeah. Famously, I always take my underwear to Key West to discard it there. It's a cleansing process for me. Yeah.
Like people spreading some of their loved ones' ashes in the ocean.
Yes.
Right.
Goes to Key West to
Key West, yeah.
rid himself of underwear.
I wonder what the cleaning person that comes into your room thinks when there's like a pair of underwear every single day.
That's part of it for me, Linda, because I think it's funny. Because I was like, I can see this idea of, okay, wait a minute, there's a pair of underwear here. Wait, there's 6, 7. Wait, there's 9 pair of underwear here. It cracks me up.
Is this my tip?
Yeah, what is going on? I'm not leaving him out. This is in the trash can, Lenny. There's no one's going to confuse me. Yeah, but that's famously I got in trouble with that whole system one time when Russell Creed fell asleep at the airport and called me and said, "Hey, I missed my flight. I'm going to have to stay in your room tonight and fly out in the morning." Because there's a Sunday night, where the warden goes home and I spend the night in Key West, and then because I'm driving, I leave like 5 o'clock in the morning. So Russell calls me and I'm like, okay, all I'm thinking about is my goddamn underwear. I got underwear. There's 3 trash cans in there and all of them have underwear, because I had been down there, 7 days or whatever, and they all got underwear. And I'm like, okay, what time are you going to be here? He's like, well, I'm in the lobby. I'm heading your way. I'm on my, so I had to run around, grab my underwear, throw it in a bag, find out where their trash can is and throw it in there. And then I get back and he's waiting at my door and he's like, I thought you were in your room. Why? And I was like, no.
I had to run an errand. Don't worry about it.
Taking my 5 a.m. walk.
Yeah.
Not for nothing, but how do you fall asleep and miss your flight in the Key West airport?
I don't know.
Goddamn gate.
I don't know.
Russell's awesome, but that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Yeah.
I feel like also if they're calling his name, they could have just walked up to the one sleeping guy they could see from the gate.
Exactly.
Right.
Hey, Mr. Creed?
Mr. Creed, is that you? Yeah. Well, so I don't know. I don't understand how all that went down. So, but I had to. That's where I almost got burnt. That was the only time I almost got burnt with my underwear plan. But I don't know. For me, it just feels like there's something accomplished when you got less going back home with you than you took on a vacation. So
that is a good feeling.
It is. I don't know why, but it is. Yeah. Well, it works for me. So there you go. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start this time with Katie. Katie, what do you got?
Right. I have Copper Dome.
Copper Dome. Okay, not much there. Not much there. No, McNew's next.
I'm going to go with some Green River.
Okay. That's our lead. Not great, but it is our lead. Linda, you're next.
I'm gonna do Deer Hammer,
Okay.
4-grain bourbon whiskey from the ABV Barrel Shop.
Okay. That's our lead. We have a new leader. I've got Middle West here. This is their Pumpernickel Rye Naranja finished. So let's see what we got here. No. Linda still has the lead, but Lenny has yet to go. Lenny, what do you have?
Really, Lenny wins either way.
I've got
then.
some Rolling Fork rum, Heart of Gold. And don't you dare preempt my cork with your condemning words.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, I don't know. I heard laughter. I'm not sure. This is close. This is really
a
close.
bonus.
Yeah. I think Lenny got it, though. Lenny got it. I do have a
Like,
Deer
don't
Hammer
make me
glass.
get out the gavel. Lenny won that. I
Lenny
will.
won. All right, he got it fair and square. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about a new Old Fitzgerald. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Hi, this is Rick Brenner, and you are listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Shouldn't it be the legend?
Maybe.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Old Fitzgerald's new offering.
Yes, we are. So, the article title, again, I've got the link in there, and you can see they're calling it, it adds a new unicorn, which that cracks me up. It's adding a new unicorn. It's 7-year-old, so it goes above and beyond what you need to be, the minimum standards for bottled and bond. 7 years old. $60 suggested retail price. It is a unique bottle. It's different than any other bottle in their portfolio. And I don't know. I mean, I think it sounds like a solid offering, but I don't anticipate finding it either. So people are going crazy for it, and we'll see what happens.
If I do find it, I'm either putting a sticker on it or I'm writing new above the old, so it says new Old Fitzgerald on it.
Yes.
I'll probably do a sticker even so it sticks out on there. I'll make I'm getting the label maker out, and I'm making a label that says new.
New Old. It's the new Old, yeah. So
It does, like, I don't know that I would say it's ugly, but It does look like a hockey jersey.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, it was all, like I said, it was only hate before it came out. It was everybody, but now, like I said, now that it's out, it seems to be, they turned it around real quick. It seems to be people love it. So at least they're loving finding it. Maybe it's because they found something that they think is cool and want to pump that up. So we'll see what happens.
The key, is that always the thing?
So the key comes from, it comes from John Fitzgerald. John Fitzgerald was a revenuer, and he had the key to the back. This is the days when bottled and bond, anything bonded was a federal agent, and supposedly Mr. Fitzgerald was not an honest person. He would use that key and steal whiskey or sell whiskey on the side and stuff like that. So Mr. Fitzgerald was involved in some things that are of note, but that's because he held the keys. So that's the problem with anything where you're ultimately putting one person in charge, even if they're a government worker. And most are clean, and it's not like all the revenuers that were on site were bad people, but there's always going to be some because they're in charge of everything. There's one person in charge, and if you can get to that person and you're an unsavory character, bad things can happen. So that's where
in modern times he would have gotten dooged.
Lenny's working on pulling politics into this show. We'll see if he's successful. He's trying, so we're just going to ignore him. But what do you guys think about this? I think it's a no-brainer if you see it if it would be at retail, right? You're going to pick it up. If it's $60, you're gonna buy it. There's nothing going to stop you from picking it up at $60.
That's a great price.
Yeah, and I just Googled it, and it's already online for like $109 and $129. I still don't think that. I mean, $129 is like doubling the price, but like.
It's still not horrible.
It's not terrible, especially we just did one on another brand that's coming out with us. They said the age range is going to vary 7 to 9 years. So some at the high end they're more than that, but some of their offerings are going to be at 7 years, and it's going to be $225. This is going to be 60, or if it hits some secondary and it's 100 or 109, not terrible, I guess, in the scheme of things.
No, it's not. And for like an Old Fitzgerald, because like the Decanter series got really out of hand with their pricing.
Mm-hmm.
Not Heaven Hill's fault by any means, but it just went berserk. But this one, I think it's good. And I actually don't think the bottle's ugly. I kind of like that bottle myself, but.
Yeah.
I do think prices need to be up there. Like, I think we were spoiled for a while. We were getting value out of amazing bourbon, and that's cool, but what's a brand to do when big guys are like, we have so much, we'll sell it cheap? I mean, like, I'm glad that finally they're saying, like, we have so much, we won't sell it for cheap, because it's worth that. It's
right.
It's a good product. I haven't had this product, but in general, good product. It should cost that much. Fucking wine costs that much, and it's just grape juice.
And you finish an entire bottle of wine in one sitting. Like my whiskey bottles last me for a very long time. Wine doesn't stand a chance. Like,
right.
It's open and gone in 2 glasses. So,
Yeah. We got talking about that. A couple of friends that are non-wine people. We were just talking. Maybe it's just Darren and I at the shop, and we're just talking, and we're like, we're not wine drinkers, but we put wine away and kept it the next day and tried it, and trust it didn't taste any damn different. Is this wine people making that shit up? It goes bad so you drink it, and then then you're like, oh, well, I got to drink, of course, all this. I either got to drink this right now or throw it away, so I might as well drink it because I got to open a new bottle tomorrow. I think the wine people may be fucking with the wine drinkers. That's our take.
I mean.
Yeah, I like wine, but I don't know enough about it. But there have been several times where, like, I don't finish a glass and I just leave it.
Right.
And then I drink it the next morning. It's fine.
Right. It's fine, yeah.
And I think even with wine people, next day, unless you're like a true snob, it's still fine. It's when I've let it sit out for, like, weeks and come back to it, I'm like, oh, that tastes different, not in a good way. So, whereas I can go back to my whiskey bottles after having them.
Well, sure.
Months and months later down in the basement, and they're still great.
When you got 1,400 bottles open, you're not getting everything in a timely manner for sure.
Oh my god, I would. I'd be dead before I would even make it through a very small percentage of what I have open. And
Right.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's why my buddy's a graphic artist. When he does something for me, I'll give him like 60 bottles. I'll be like, oh, here you go. He's like, that's a lot. I'm like, well, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, they're open bottles, but it's just like, I'm not ever going to get to this one. I'll just give it to you because it's him, and then he's got 2 sons who are of legal drinking age, and they drink it. It's like something they do together, and they.
oh yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I've been tempted, rather than buying more shelves because I'm out of shelf space again, just offering open bottles of, hey, anybody want any of these? Like, you can just have most of these if you're interested in it, so that I can clear out some more shelf space because I'm tired of buying more shelving because I can't control my spending.
I'm going to make a suggestion that I know has been considered, but I do it, and I think it's fucking awesome. Do get a 15 to 25 gallon barrel and dump all those bottles in there. It works out pretty fucking well. And when somebody's like, hey, I brought you 4 bottles of my unaged whiskey, I'm like, great, that's going in there. But like 5 years later, tastes pretty good now. There's so many.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I mean, I see Becca and Royce do that. You know, they've got a barrel that started out just as a barrel they pulled from their rick house and, drank it. But then as it goes down, they'll, it's like Becca's pulling samples for, for tasting. Just everything gets thrown in there. Or, they have a party, they pull one of the bottles out of their collection rather than taking it back to the collection, they just dump it in there. So it ends up being and everybody runs to it. They got a whiskey thief there. Of course. For parties, there's nothing better than opening a barrel with a whiskey thief and be like, "Here, I'll fill you up."
This is a really cool party.
I got a little stainless false on mine, so you just pour some out anytime.
That's
you got
cool.
a tap on there, yeah.
Nice.
Gotcha. Yeah, very cool.
Okay, because I've tried to do the infinity bottle thing before, and I completely lost interest in it. And so, just dump it into a barrel, though. I like that.
Yeah, I know somebody with a bunch of 25-gallon barrels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's coming to St. Louis soon too. Amazing.
I'm flying that trip. But...
Oh, of course. Of course. The one time.
Slap a check bag tag on that.
There you go.
That'd be the biggest pain in the ass.
All right, we're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Linda, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Linda Modica, Facebook and Instagram.
All right, Katie.
You can find me over on Instagram at KatieProof.
All right, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
Lenny.
You can find me and the rest of Deerhammer on social media at Deerhammer, on the web at deerhammer.com. You can come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see me, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy, the home of hazmat. We're continuing to pick hazmat barrels. So come by and see us. We've got 2 in stock now. We got 2 or 3 more on the way. So check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
That's going to do it for today. We'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.
you.